Hello again, my lovelies. Tonight I'm looking at the Transformers Cyberverse Ultra Class Energon Thunderhowl, Energon Armor Thunderhowl, sorry. I don't have the deluxe yet. I don't actually think it's been released. So I can't do a comparison with that, unfortunately. I do have the RC on the way, so all I need is Thunderhowl to complete McAdam for that. But I was able to pick up his Ultra Class version from Big W here in Australia for those who are interested in him. He's just come out in the last week, I believe. These are the accessories. This is what'll be his tail, and you can attach it in both his wolf form and his robot mode. Here's a little cloak. You can see ribbing on there and the two tabs where it'll hook in on his shoulders. Then of course you have the sword, which comes with the missing part of his chest. So this forms the top of the wolf's head, and you can put this on in his robot mode and leave it there. And it works, and it doesn't affect the transformation into his wolf mode either. But see, nice little teeth there, and the slot for where it fits in on the guard for the sword, which is a nice translucent blue. And as he's mentioned, he is a Knight of the Primes. From the sound of it, very old. He was quite old. It's hard to predict the name of the Prime he likely would have served, but considering he hadn't heard of Optimus, it was likely well before even... Well, if they had him in this universe, Sentinel Prime would have been the one before Optimus, so it's possible he was even before that. I wouldn't say as old as McAdam, but he did come across as being quite old, especially in the way he talked. But attaching the wolf's head to his chest, as you can see, is quite easy. The slot, well, the tab, sorry, on the back here, just fits into the slot there, like so, and there you go. But the detail in robot mode is really good. I'm not sure how well it'll come across. But he's got really nice detailing on his face and all the way down. I would have liked if they could have done something better with his hands and his claws, like maybe have them flip up, maybe, I'm not sure. And this part here, this will be where his tail would connect, so you'd slot it in like this, and that'll make that. I'll show that off properly soon. So you pull that down, and it doesn't sit properly if you've got the wolf set on there completely. But I don't buy it for the Energon armor gimmick. For some of them, this is the only version we're going to get of certain characters, so that's more why I get them. You can see the tabs there, so it just goes in like that, and it holds on very securely as well. It tabs in very well, like you don't have to worry about it just knocking off if you accidentally tap it, or if you accidentally knock it against something else. You'd have to knock it pretty hard too, and he sort of just fits easily into his hand like that. He's got the typical closed fist, and the transformation itself, as for most of the Cyberverse toys, is relatively simple. Turn him down, hold him so he's like this, then you want to bring the arms so that they're sitting like that, and then what you're going to actually do is just twist until it's like his hands are like that, so you have the claws at the front like so, and then these parts are on swivels, so you're just going to swivel them around until they're like that, and then you're going to come back here, pull this part up again. Now his hips actually come down, they don't tab into place, so do be wary of that. And as you can see, there are tabs here when you pull them right down, and there are tab holes right there, and you're going to tab these legs into place. And then you want to pull this up at the knee, so like that. Mine are a little stiff, and you want to just bend his foot like so, and then you're just going to bring it down like that. And there is, his head just disengages with ease. Now they actually have figured out a place to store the sword if you've got him in wolf mode. There's a slot in here, so it doesn't matter which side you do it, but it'll just fit in there. Maybe it does matter. Oh, there you go, it does actually matter which side you do it, but it fits in there very well. And by the time, do be careful, as you can maybe see, I've got a stress mark there. So you just, tail just fits in there like that, and it's got a small amount of movement. And then I'm not going to tab it in properly because I'm just going to put him back into robot mode. But that's basically what he looks like in his wolf mode. I'm not the biggest fan of his wolf mode, I have to say. I'm a little disappointed in it, unfortunately, which is sad because it looked great in the cartoon, but unfortunately didn't translate quite as well. Oh, and I forgot, you'll want to turn these around as well. These two sections also swivel around like the parts on his arms, so you'll want the peg holes over here facing front, and transforming him back is very easy, very simple. Normally I'd take the tail, just disengages relatively easy. Do be wary, I've got stress marks on mine already. You just swing his legs back up and they're easy enough to straighten out. Then you just tuck them back up in here. Yes, as you can see, there's 2 peg holes here for the 2 pegs on the bottom of the wolf head. And they'll just peg into his chest like so. Swing these apart and swing the top half of the arm gauntlets around. And then again, you just want to twist the hand back until the claw is facing out again. Give him his sword because he's a knight, so he should have his sword. And I'm just going to give him his tail because, well, I can. And that's what I want to do. So at least then I know where it is. And of course his cape. Like most Cyberverse toys, one form is weaker than the other one. For me, I would have to say it's his wolf form. That is the weaker of the 2. So I'll probably keep him in his robot mode. I don't know if the deluxe version will look any better. I'll have to wait until I've got it in hand to actually see for myself. But if you're a fan of Cyberverse, I do recommend picking him up, just because he's a unique character. And while we didn't see a lot of him, he and Wild Wheel were the 2 newer characters that we saw a lot more of. So we only had the 1 episode with, I'm not sure if it's Hammer Bite or Hammer Strike, I can't remember, but Wild Wheel and Thunderhowl we actually saw a few times in the background. And I believe Thunderhowl was actually in the very last episode when they were fighting the other one, also known as Megatron X. So, but I do recommend getting him. As I said, he's a unique character and he's worth adding to your collection, just simply because of that fact that he's unique. You don't see a lot of wolf-based characters. Steeljaw from Robots in Disguise is probably the only other one I know of. There may be others, and if there is, by all means, let me know. But Steeljaw and Thunderhowl, the only 2 I'm familiar with myself. So, and I've always liked wolves ever since I was a kid. So for me, picking up Thunderhowl once I was introduced to him in the cartoon was always going to be a no-brainer. So that's it from me. I'll catch you guys on the next one.